Hello watcher and subscriber. Today's class we will see how to create the thread. Till now we have seen theoretical explanation like what exactly thread, what exactly multi-threading, and how the threads are executed using the thread life cycle. Now we will go in the practical part. Before going into practical part, we will see the presentation. So there are two ways to create the thread, as you can observe here, by extending thread and by implementing runnable interface. So both this way we will discuss in this tutorial. First one is extending thread class. So it's quite simple and most of the programmer they refer the extending thread class. You can create new thread simply by extending your class from thread and override it using the run method, because that run method is present in which class? That is present in the thread class itself. So friend, as usual you have to create the class, but only the thing is that you have to extend that using the thread class, and the run method you have to override which is present in thread class, that is public void run. And whatever the code is there, it is very important, whatever the code is there, it should be written in run method, okay, because that run method belong to the thread class. So for execution of the thread and getting output, whatever the code is there, it should be written only and only run method in the program. So this is for the extending thread class. Now we will see, after writing the run method, how you can execute what I told, how you can execute this run method. So for that you simply create the object of class, because for executing method what we do, as you learn, we create object, and by using this object we use object dot method name. But here in place of t1 dot run, what you should write? You should write t1 dot start. Why? Because we learn in the thread life cycle, because this start method will jump on run method. So once you use start method, you will go in runnable interface and then your thread will run. So for that we use start method in the program. We create the object and then we write t1 dot start method. So here the run method contains the code that is executed inside the new thread. Once the thread is executed, you can start it by calling the start method. So we will see the example. So as usual, first you create the class extend thread, public void run method, inside it we are using main method, and you can also create the separate class for main method. I am using only one class. And then you create the object with the start method and you will get the output thread is running in the program. Implementing runnable interface, that is the second part. To implement runnable interface is by creating your own Java class with implements runnable interface. So simply in place of extend thread you have to write implements runnable, and then you have to override the run method which is present in the runnable interface, and then in the run method you can write the code my runnable interface. This is same as extend thread, only major few changes are there, you can say. Then here the important point is, if you are not extending the thread class, your class object would not be treated as a thread object. So you need to create thread class object, we are passing the object. So this point is very important, friend. So as you saw, first we create the class object in the program. Suppose our class was multi3, and here in this program we implement runnable interface. We are not using extend thread, so that the reason only creation of object is not enough. You have to pass that object in the thread, okay, in the thread class constructor you have to pass that m1. Why we are passing? Because in this program we are not extending thread. So for specifying the thread you have to create the thread object and then you write t1 dot start, so that the run method will be executed. And example, now you got the idea. First you use runnable interface, run method, and then you use main method with the object, pass that object in the thread class, and then t1 dot start method. So this is for the execution of program. Now friend, we will go in the Eclipse and we will see how these programs are executed. So friend, I am in Eclipse now. I have already written the code. This is extend thread class. Inside it we have run method, then we have created class object, and finally we have a dot start method. So it will run the run method and we got the output thread running. So same program you can convert into the runnable interface. Simply you have to do change here. Implements runnable you have to write here, and as usual this code will be same. Changes will be done here. You have to create thread object, and inside it you simply pass the object of class A, and here T object you have to use here, because why we are using runnable interface, not the thread class. So for representing thread class you have to do these changes in the program, and you will get the same output from the program. You observe here same output is coming. So you can either use extend thread or implements runnable method. Both does the same task, but according to me extend thread is more easy for the beginner. So I hope friend you understood this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Thank you.